So I want to talk about something interesting that's been coming to me today, because lately I've been having to think a lot about how I care about life. Like, there for a long time, I was 100% capable of fully opening the doors of my heart to every living being. And it hurt me a lot more than it helped me at one point. Because I had the doors way too open, way too open. So I closed them shut and then built boundaries for myself that gave me more of a solid idea as to what I was after, what I really wanted. Well, one of the teachers that I listened to was talking about how the other day her daughter and I think her family was out at a picnic, but her and her daughter were at this picnic, and she was killing some of the ants that were getting into their food, and her daughter said, "Mom, don't kill those ants. There's no reason to be killing those ants. You don't need to do that." That spoke a lot of volumes to me, because one of the things that we have to learn how to open up is unconditional love. We have to learn how to see things through that fifth dimensional light that is so hard to see through. It's nearly impossible at our current level to really see truly what unconditional love looks like. But trying to embrace it is definitely part of the first step to getting there. Well, so I thought a lot about that, and I wanted to take that test myself. I wanted to see where I could take that kind of thinking. We have an ant problem at my house, and the ant problem really wasn't that serious to me, but they were starting to get serious because they were starting to get into our trash can and starting to eat whatever they wanted and making conga lines throughout the entire house. But I couldn't bring myself to kill them at that point because I felt like I was thinking about what her daughter said. I felt like I needed to let unconditional love come out of me for these insects, just to simply let go of what I was desiring by killing them and by getting them out of my house. Well, today I moved the trash can. My solution to the problem was to take away their food source and try to keep them from wanting to come into the house and maybe getting them to start doing whatever they do outside. Well, that didn't work. They ended up going through the microwave, and I had to kill them. I had to kill all of them. There was hundreds of them that got into that microwave. I've been sitting down trying to really think about this, because it hurt me. Like, that was exactly what I didn't want to do, was kill these insects. And this is what it taught me. If you go out to someone else's space and you are trying to hurt them, you're trying to kill them, you're trying to make them suffer, then is when you're doing something wrong. But when something is coming into your space and it is trying to use you in a certain sense, it's coming into your space with no obligation towards you whatsoever. You have a right to protect your space the same way that something else is needing to protect its space. Going out and looking for that destruction and trying to kill all the ants in the world because you're upset that they get into your house, that's not okay. But when the ants come into your house and they're trying to take over, you have to take over, or something else is going to take over for you. And that's part of what we have to do in our lives. We have to be able to take the control that we need, and we have to put that sense of security out there. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our space. And it's okay to take care of your space however you need to. There shouldn't be any feeling bad for it, because the feeling bad is a negative state of mind that we have to overcome. Protecting yourself is just as important as protecting others. Going out and killing is not okay, but protecting who you are, that's something that each one of us needs to do every single day. Well, that's really all I had to say today. It's just been on my mind. I mean, really, earlier I couldn't get it out of my head. I was in such a bad mentality, but of course, as soon as I get out of the house and get about and doing stuff, everybody else is raising up my spirits and helping me figure all this out. So that's where all this is coming from. I hope you guys actually enjoyed hearing that little message. I'll talk to you later.